And welcome to Serenity and Soul's Tarot Share on the first and third Tuesday of every month. Today is October 1st, 2024, and it is the day before the solar eclipse that is scheduled for tomorrow, October 2nd. And that's why we are here. But first, I want to let you know about our events here at the Serenity and Soul Retreat Center, as well as letting you know that we do have a metaphysical store right across the way. Every purchase you make contributes to the programming here, which is funded by the Community College, the Community Foundation of Carroll County, at 255 Clifton Boulevard, right here in Westminster. We're Serenity and Soul. We're located at 400 North Center Street at the Town Mall of Westminster in Maryland. And we're right across the way from Eternia Dreams and near the end of Dick's. So come visit us. Every first and third Tuesday, we're having the Tarot Share physically here in the event center area that you see here. And that we would love to see you in person to do tarot readings with everybody here. But the lives also are things that people can do who cannot get out of the house on a Tuesday or rainy Tuesday. So our events, Monday, the 7th of October, we're going to have an essential oil class. This is also done by live. However, you can come here and create the oil that is being shown on the live and take it home with you. So that's really cool. That's at 5:30 p.m. And then on Wednesday, the 9th, we're having a light language circle again. And this has been a popular offering. Last night, for some reason, I kept waking up and I was speaking a different language that I did not understand. So I've been attending the light language circle because that's a little concerning to me. But apparently, this is the language that our soul speaks to us when things become important. So that one is Wednesday, October 9th at 6 p.m. Then on the 14th, Sunday, we're going to have a crone circle for women who are experiencing perimenopause symptoms, menopause symptoms, but also women who are looking at what that's going to be like. We don't want to leave anybody in the dark about what happens when you finally are free of that monthly cycle. And there are many things that lead up to that, and we want to discuss archetypes about women and how we can empower ourselves through the stories that our ancestors have left behind. And then, of course, Tuesday the 15th, we're going to have another tarot share at 5:30. And then on Thursday, the 17th, we are going to have another Traveler's Guide to the Unseen World talk at 6:30. And then, oh, you can't miss this. Tuesday on the 22nd, we're going to be having a paint pour for pumpkins. That class, you can sign up for it on Vagaro. And then on the 25th, we have a Reiki share. And then on the 27th, we will be having our in-store festival, Soul and Spirit Festival. And Monday the 28th, Tibetan Yoga for Enlightenment. You can look at all of this. The actual link is in the pinned comment where we say members of Serenity and Soul will never direct message you to solicit services. But we do have a link right there down in the comments where you can actually sign up for classes or just look to see what's available. So what we're going to be doing for the tarot share today, hopefully you can see this because there we go. We're going to do a two-tiered reading. The top part is past, present, future, and it talks about external cycles. And then the bottom one is internal experience, past, present, future. Now the past is that last eclipse. I'm intending this very, very clearly. It is the last eclipse, the lunar eclipse back in September. And then present is right here and now, which is the day before the next eclipse. And then, of course, the third one over here The future, it's the rest of this week after the eclipse, sort of giving you an idea of what those events mean kind of globally, or what you're going to be seeing outside of you. And then the internal experience, past, present, and future, is collective. It does not indicate in any way, shape, or form that this is going to be your experience. However, it does touch on the various themes that could be happening in the people around you if you are not experiencing these effects. So it's just something to keep you mindful. Now I'm going to shuffle the cards, and I'm going to see if I can do this cold. Oh, I already have the Knight of Swords hopping out of the deck. I think I'm going to give it a clearing just to be on the safe side. All right. All right, first card out, the World. That is external cycles in the past. All right. 2, 3, 1. This looks great, actually. Whoop, whoop. All right. So our first card, external cycle. In the past, where that lunar eclipse was, it looks like what happened was like some type of energetic portal opened up. As you can see, I look at the world as a portal because it's sort of like the ring, and then, of course, the 4 elements. So this individual is standing inside what would be considered a consecrated Wiccan circle. And those are portals between seen and unseen realms. And generally, what this means is that attainment is within our reach from that past eclipse. It sort of activated that portal of attainment that many of us have been going through some really rough times, if the stories I'm hearing are to be believed. So this is sort of like a breath of, things are going to start settling down. It's been a really rough year. So the next card that came up was external rhythms or cycles and the present. So right now, the from what I'm gathering, all the information coming in, people are really starting to sort of knuckle down and get to the business of living their lives, of becoming purposeful and mindful. And I think that is something that bodes very well. These eclipses, a lot of people are talking about how they're really just going to kickstart you, sort of even like punt you into the next phase of your life. So, that's pretty much what this is saying, like all your guides gathering around and going, okay, how do we maximize this? How do we maximize this sort of limbo period between eclipses? All right, so here is external cycles, and this is the future. So when this eclipse hits, and that's a solar eclipse, not a lunar eclipse coming tomorrow. When that hits, it's going to trigger you. All right, it's going to trigger something in you. It depends on where everything is in your houses and everything, but more than likely it's going to hit some very entrenched belief that you have about what is possible. And that's what this eclipse is supposed to do. So be ready and open to it, because what's going to happen is, if you can figure out what that trigger is and you can be conscious of it, then you are actually going to be able to work with it in such a way that you will overcome the trigger. You will no longer be reactive. Okay. Got it. All right. It's all starting to make sense now. So the internal experience is that in the past, when that lunar eclipse hit back in September, it sort of opened things up and made us more vulnerable. Maybe you found you cried more easily, or the feelings would come up, but it was easier to deal with it, even though maybe it was an old wound. And then as you move into this moment, you sort of have, become okay with the feelings that are coming up inside. You're starting to see them for what they are and mastering them. That's the energy of these eclipses, is sort of balancing yourself out so that you can actually heal. And emotional healing seems to be the theme that is going on in the internal experience. Now, it could be a big thing or it could be a small thing, and we tend to overlook the small things. So if you haven't had like a big sort of like upwelling or resolution or anything of that sort, if you haven't had any of that stuff, it may have been more of a triumph of overcoming a particular sort of body reaction that you have, like, if you play piano and you keep messing up that chord, you finally got that chord and now your body memory is going okay. That also can be indicated here. All right, so finally, in the internal experience future, I got two cards. The first being this three of wands. All right, and then this one, finally, being the King of Pentacles. Now, the King of Pentacles is Taurus, and it also can be associated with Capricorn because it is the earth signs, and Capricorn, of course, is associated with Saturn, and Saturn has been a big player in all of this, sort of shutting the door on everything, just coming back around from hitting the 29th degree in Capricorn. So what I think this indicates is that we need to look to Saturn's movement, right? Because what's going to happen is when that door closes, that's when all this emotional healing that we have been doing and having our triggers hit and just being open to the energies is really going to benefit us, because we're going to be ready for that sort of transformative threshold. That's really what it is about. The threshold has been opened. And now we get to step into better versions of the lives we want to live if we so choose, right? So this is a card of manifestation, and this is a card of waiting for all the things that you put into motion in the present to come to fruition. So this eclipse tomorrow is a big deal. And if you are somebody who is a practicing sort of pagan, whatever flavor you happen to be, or you just believe in the power of intention, this is when you want to do your journaling about what you want in life. And there are various techniques to help you overcome your objections to being capable of the things that you want to do. So now is the time to do the work. The portal is open, the threshold is open. You can walk through, but that means you're going to have to do the work. And once you accept that you will be doing the work, once you accept that, and once you get over the triggers and you allow yourself to feel and master your feelings in a way that is healthy, right? Then you're going to be ready to walk through that door. So that is the potential that we have here for these eclipses. Instead of them being like, oh, you got more work to do, and oh, guess what? It's going to be really, it's going to be hard and it's going to be tiring, and it doesn't look like there's going to be any reward to it. But now they're saying, if you've been doing the work, if you're ready to walk through the threshold, and just because you haven't gotten it perfect doesn't mean you aren't ready to commit, but you get to have that opportunity. The door is open if you want to walk through it. So that is the eclipse reading that came up. I hope that it was helpful and illuminating for you. And if you are able to, maybe if something inspired you about this reading and then you see something actually come out of it, I would really love to hear about it in the comments, or you can reach out to me directly on my page. It is Tarot by IOK. I'm on Facebook. It just says IO Kirkwood, but you can go ahead and follow my page and let me know in a DM that, something interesting had happened based on the reading that I had given and it was really impactful for you. I would appreciate that. And then we're here at 400 North Center Street in the Town Mall of Westminster, Maryland. And we would love to see you at one of our many events. And you can certainly go ahead and look at those events on vagaro.com. The link is in the comments. And I'm considering starting a tarot share group here on Facebook. So if you keep your eye out, look to see if that group is open and go ahead and follow and actually engage with others. I'm hoping that I can create more of a platform for people who are remote so that they can get in and have some fun with the tarot as well. Thank you for attending. Namaste and have a wonderful, wonderful week.